Hi, Steve Gross, Conversion 360. This next step we're going to be talking about is building your website, designing your website. It's part of the first 10 steps to online business success. Okay, there's basically two ways that you can have a website built. You can do it yourself, DIY, or you can have someone do it for you. Very important you understand what's involved with DIY. You can use a quick site builder like a Yahoo Stores or one of those kind of things. GoDaddy has one. There's several of them out there, but you sacrifice a lot when you do that. Remember, a lot of those quick website builders are not optimized. They're not going to allow you to optimize because they're not open source. Open source means you don't have access to every part of the code on that website. You may have an admin panel do a few things, but you can't really adjust or modify things on a website the way you're going to want it to someday. So you have a liability there. You have little control over the conversion. In other words, if there's changes that you want to make, as you notice that your customers or your competitors are making, you may not be able to make those changes. So be very, very careful. Sometimes people like to go ahead and get started with a DIY site to get something up and running. Remember, though, your analytics will not be able to be compared with a better site later because it's comparing apples and oranges. Okay. Obviously, the best process, unless you're a really good web designer and a coder, the best process is getting a professional website builder or website designer. Always check on their experience. What kind of experience do they have, not just designing websites, but designing the kind of website that you need for the product, service, and so forth that you're looking for. But also, do they have experience in marketing? Most web designers, web builders have little, if any, marketing experience. Make sure that they're using an open code process, something that you can take, an open code software, something that you can take and modify yourself later or have someone else modify so you're not hooked into that website builder down the road. Can they optimize the website? Do they understand SEO, search engine optimization? Do they understand how to get free online listings? Okay, navigation, very, very important. Do they understand navigation? Navigation, the customer should be able to find what they're looking for in 3 steps. Make sure that when the website builder is designing your website, make sure that they understand that you want them to, the customer being them, to find what they're looking for in 3 easy steps. Sometimes 4 is okay, but you really want to get to 3. Page load times, very, very important. Again, it's the magic 3, and we're going to do a video series on that. It's called the magic 3, but 3 seconds. If you have page load times in 3 seconds or under, you're going to have good conversion. If you go to 4 seconds, conversion is going to really slide downhill fast. Do they understand standardization? Does the whole website design look the same? Is it standardized? Make sure that's there. Do they understand who owns the site? Very, very important. Do they own the website or do you own the website? It could be that you own the domain name, but they own the rights to the website. Be very careful with that. Okay, is it open source again? Make sure that it is open source if you can. Open source allows you down the road to make changes if you want to make them without having to go back to them to get a source code, which they might want to charge you for. Do you get an admin panel? In other words, there's some place that you can go on the website where you can log in specially, and you have a panel that allows you to select different items to load products, to change images, maybe to do some basic analytics. Make sure you have an admin panel. How is the data uploaded? Do you have to load products, services, so forth, one at a time? Or do you have the ability to use MySQL or some type of a database to upload and download your products and services, so forth, all at one time or in a batch? Very, very important down the road, especially if you want to get into affiliate marketing, things of that nature. Okay, can you make your own changes? Again, that kind of gets into that open source issue, but if you have an admin panel and open source, you can pretty much make any change you want. Above and beyond all of this stuff, though, is do they listen? A lot of these places do boilerplate websites. They're not going to listen to what you have to say. Are they going to do the research to find out what your business is, what business you're in? Are they going to look at your competitors, for instance, to see what they're doing before they design a website? Or are they going to go in the old file drawer and pick out a website they did a year ago for a company that does the same kind of business you're in, whether it's successful or not? It keeps them from spending a lot of time they don't want to spend and charge you just as much money. All right, I hope that helped. Thank you very much. This is Steve Gross. Have a great day.